Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel.
Hello! So that was an extra special. Hello! For the Happy New Year.
Oh yeah, it's our first 2020... Is it our first 2021 video?
Yeah. Because the recap, which you had so many lovely comments
Yeah.
on, thank you so much, that was released... That was New Year's Eve.
That was New Year's Eve, yeah.
Yeah, it's a new dawn, it's a new year.
Also, I'm wearing my Mickey ears just because I miss Disney so much, so I just wanted to wear them. And I thought it's a Disney video, so I'm going to get away with wearing them.
Yeah, break out those ears whenever possible. Just wear them around the house.
Yeah.
So today's video is actually a suggestion, an idea for a video that came from you. So we asked for suggestions on our Instagram, and then we got lots of lovely ideas for videos, and we're going to try and cover as many of those videos as possible.
Yeah.
We thought that'd be quite nice to like integrate.
And a lot of them are Disney as well.
Yeah.
Like Disney themed.
So yeah, we'll be trying to get through those. But today's one is, well, it was suggested our top 10 Disney songs. But we found it very difficult to just pick 10.
So we're doing 20. We're going to fly through them, don't worry. So we've got 20 of our favourite Disney songs. We haven't put them in order just because we thought it'd just be too difficult. So they're just in any old order.
The order that we sort of thought of them.
Yeah, but these are our top 20 Disney songs, we think. I feel like we might have missed out some.
We're bound to.
We'll probably like do a Disney playlist one day and we'll be like, oh, that one.
Yeah, I mean, this was quite, like, we just sort of went with what we had
into our heads.
Yeah, we didn't sort of deliberate it for a long time, did we?
No. But as always, let us know what your favourite Disney songs are in the comments. It's just our opinion as well.
Yeah.
We're not saying that these are like the best songs. They're just our favourites.
Yeah. So I'm sorry if something that
We
you
missed
really
out
love
yours.
isn't included. This is just our favourites.
Right, you ready to begin?
I'm ready.
So as we said, these aren't in any particular order, although the first one is probably up there with probably our favourite song of all time. And that is Can You Feel the Love Tonight from The Lion King. And I think this is our favourite just because it means so much to both of us. It's my mum's favourite Disney song. So ever since I was a child, it's always been one of my favourites. But then, of course, it was the song that was playing when Martyn proposed and we got engaged. It's also going to be a song that's going to be used in our wedding. So there's loads of like personal
Fingers crossed
this year. There's a lot of personal like attachment to it, and it's just a beautiful song. It's written by Elton John. I just love it.
Yeah, it's very special, and every time I hear it, I'm just taken back to that moment where we were with the fountains in Disneyland Paris, and that's when I proposed. So,
Whenever I hear it, I'm always like, it's our song.
If you've just joined our channel, by the way, we were supposed to get married last year.
Yes.
But it's been postponed to hopefully
this year.
Yes.
All being well. And then number 2, again, not in order, but the second song is You'll Be in My Heart from Tarzan, written by Phil Collins and performed by Phil Collins.
I love Phil Collins. What can I say? I think like there is a number of Phil Collins Disney songs that could have been on this list, like Son of Man, spoiler.
Yeah, it's a good one.
We sort of like tried to not put in
Too
many of the
from
same
film
or same artist. But yeah, You'll Be in My Heart is really, really a special song. It's just, I don't know, it just gets me.
It's a stunning song.
The lyrics are really powerful.
It's really epic as well.
Yeah.
Like, it's epic to sing along to.
Yeah.
And also it's just very like romantic, but then it also can be used for like loads of different relationships as well, like
and it just,
mother and son, or mother and daughter, whatever. And yeah,
it really reminds me of so it brings to my mind like my grandparents and people like that because of the lyrics in the song, like You'll Always Be in My Heart, and it has just, we always wait for this moment in the song where Phil Collins, just that bit where he comes with You'll Be
no, it's You'll Be Here in My Heart. And then next is You Got a Friend in Me from Toy Story.
Yeah.
Of course, we had to put a Toy Story song in. Do you know what another song that nearly made it is I'll Go Sailing No More?
Yeah, that is a good one.
It's a very sad song, but it's beautiful. But You Got a Friend in Me had to be on there.
Favourite film franchise of all time for me. Favorite characters, and again, the words in the song are just great, and they always remind me of us traveling to
it's like
Disney.
Timeless one as well.
Yeah.
I feel like it will never get old.
It's one of those ones that you can't help but sing along to.
Yeah. Next is another Toy Story, but this is Toy Story 2, and it's When She Loved Me, which I actually did a cover for on the channel.
Mm-hmm.
Again, this is like a heartbreaking song. It's so sad, so emotional, but it's also just so beautiful. I love it.
And I remember reading a story about, you'll know if you've watched the channel for a while, I am all about the trivia. All about finding out facts as soon as I watch films and going on Internet Movie Database. I was reading a thing about Tom Hanks and Tim Allen, and they watched the film for the first time, and they were like, they teared up at that song, and they were amazed that an animation could make them feel that way.
I actually think it's the most emotional Disney song ever.
Do you? Yeah?
Yeah, I can't really... Maybe that one from Fox and the Hound, which is like a poem. But apart from that, I think that is pretty much the most emotional song, When She Loved Me.
Yeah, it's really good.
So sad, but I love it. I had to make it in.
Yeah.
Next is a song from my favourite ever film. I had to include one. Hercules. So it has the best soundtrack ever.
I was going to say, you could have included them all.
I could have included them all, but I think my favourite one, which I've always loved since I was young, because I love Meg, and it's I Won't Say I'm in Love. Just because it's such a different princess song as well. Obviously, they tend, well, it's definitely back in the olden days, they used to always sing ballads, whereas she was one of the first that sung like a feisty, upbeat song, and I just love it.
Won't say I'm in love.
And I love the muses as well.
Yes.
I love singing along to that bit. It's just such a good song.
We haven't watched it in a while.
No.
I think
we're still making our way through the classics.
Oh yeah, we need to pick that up. We started watching the classics last year when Disney Plus launched, and we're still quite far behind.
So far behind.
There's people who started after us who've watched them all.
They watched them in like a month.
We haven't really got an excuse at the moment either.
No, we could start again.
I think Fox and the Hound is next though.
Oh, it's too sad. Next, number 6 is Be Prepared, another Lion King song.
Yeah, I sort of
put this one in.
I voted for this one.
This is a good one though.
I think, is it the only villain song that we have on our list?
Oh, it might be.
Which we haven't actually done on purpose.
I think it is actually.
But I just can't say enough about this song. It's all character driven. The performance by Jeremy Irons, it just gives me chills when it happens in the film. And then when I've heard it in other places, like when you hear it at Walt Disney World.
Well, I was just about to say, I love the song, but I think what pipped it to the post to put it into this list was because of Walt Disney World.
Right.
Because I love that whole segment, and the guy we see, I think we saw him twice, or maybe we saw two different people, but they were both incredible. They have that amazing low voice. It really like gets to you.
Yeah.
All the fire element, and just when it kicks in, it's so dark.
Timon, nice hat. And then it goes into it. And then I actually did a cover of it as well.
Yes.
For the channel. Yeah, like a slowed down version.
Acoustic version.
But I loved it because coming from an acting background, which I don't necessarily do a lot of now, it was nice to play a song and to get to act the song out.
Yeah.
Yeah, love it.
One of the best villain songs. Next, we're kind of picking songs that we've done covers of.
Oh, we haven't done this on purpose.
I know. I think that's because we love them so much. That's why we've covered them.
Yeah.
But next on our list is Feed the Birds from Mary Poppins, which is actually Walt Disney's favourite song ever as well.
It's always emotional whenever they talk about that, don't they? About playing
really
it for him.
It.
Yeah.
And I think it's just such a simple but beautiful song. It can mean so many different meanings as well. But it's just one of the most beautiful Disney songs.
And also the fact that it's sung by one of your heroes.
Oh yeah. Julie Andrews. Anything that Julie Andrews sings, I love.
Yeah, no, fantastic. And just amazing score by the Sherman Brothers.
Yeah, the whole of Mary Poppins. Next, this is probably like one of the least known, I would say, but it's Once Upon a Time in New York City from Oliver and Company. And I think Oliver and Company is one of those kind of hidden gems of a Disney film. If you haven't seen it before, highly recommend.
Yeah.
Loosely based on Oliver Twist, but set in New York City about cats and dogs. And it's just so good. But Once Upon a Time in New York City is the opening number, so it kind of sets up the film. I love the lyrics. I love New York, so it always reminds me of New York. I love the whole sequence of the opening with Oliver. And it kind of just, because it's one of my favourite films, that song reminds me of the opening. So I'd always be like, where I'm just like, oh, I love this film. Like snuggling down to watch it.
It's a film that I'd never seen until Helena introduced me to it. And now it is one that, if we're thinking about a film to watch, we'll go, should we put on Oliver and Company? But again, there was a few that could have been in there. Yeah,
so many good songs. And so many different songs as well. Like, they're not typically Disney. Yeah, there's loads of good songs in there. So if you want a new Disney film that you might not have seen, Oliver and Company.
Yeah, we're just swapping over. So Helena's actually made a hot drink, but not been able to drink it because been on hosting duties.
I've made a pucker, elderberry, and echinacea. Echinacea is always good for the colder months. With elderflower, it's really nice.
I'm on a decaf coffee. And one of my gifts for Christmas was a fancy coffee machine.
Yeah.
Feel like I've got my own cafe.
We do. We've got so many coffee pots. Also, just like a little break, interlude from the songs, we're watching Mulan tonight.
Yes.
Which we've never seen.
Yeah.
We're doing a watch party with some friends. So we're very excited to watch
I'm excited to see it, yeah. But there's no songs in it, is it? Because it's a pure live action without songs. Yeah. So next on the list is turn it to guess that tune.
I think this is one of most people's favourite Disney songs.
So it's Tale as Old as Time.
Yeah. This is Potts. Angela Lansbury.
Oh, another just genius. Angela.
Oh.
This song's just where it just pulls at your heartstrings. It's such a romantic, beautiful song.
And it just reminds me of that scene where they're just dancing around the Grand Hall. She's got that beautiful yellow dress on and the Beast is all dressed up. Yeah. I think for a lot of people it's one of their favourite Disney songs. And I think even if you don't know Disney, you'll know this song.
Yeah.
It's just one of those classics that's always going to be up there with people's favourite songs.
Yeah. And just one of the many triumphs by Howard Ashman and Alan Menken.
And we watched the documentary about Howard Ashman on Disney Plus, which is very emotional, but would highly recommend if you want to know a bit more about him and his work. So like Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, like amazing classics.
There's great behind the scenes footage from actually the recordings of Little Mermaid and Beauty and the Beast, and you see Angela Lansbury, don't you?
Yeah, you see her recording all the songs. Yeah. She's just perfect.
So number 10 is Friend Like Me from Aladdin. And, well, I would have this straight on the list due to the outstanding dynamic performance of Robin Williams.
He definitely makes that song.
The amount of characters, like he's playing one character, but the amount of characters and personas that he fits into just one song, and the way he just morphs it into something amazing.
It's definitely a good sing-along song.
Yeah.
Like, if we're going to do a road trip, Always Friend Like Me comes on.
Yeah.
It's just the perfect one to, like, sing along to.
And a challenge as well to try and
get
all the way through it, yeah. Number 11 is from Pocahontas, and this is Just Around the River Bend.
This is one of my favourite songs. I used to sing it actually back in the day for some like pantomime auditions. It's such a beautiful song, and I love Colours of the Wind, but I do prefer Just Around the River Bend. I just think it has that, I love how the story changes throughout it, and how the tempo changes, like it slows right down at the end. I love it.
There was a few here where we had to sort of decide. We were like, do you want this one or do you want this one from that film?
Yeah, because we didn't want to do like a whole 20 of one film. So yeah, Just Around the River Bend is definitely my favourite Pocahontas song.
Yeah. The next one is Nobody Else But You from the Goofy movie.
We had to include a Goofy movie. Again, maybe lesser known.
Yeah.
But that has some tunes in it.
It does. But this is what it makes me a little sad, because we've watched the Goofy movie too.
Yeah.
which, Goofy told me about personally.
Yes,
at
to
Disneyland
watch.
Paris, yeah. And I was sad that there wasn't any songs in it.
Because the songs in Goofy movie are so good.
Yeah.
I was like, there's going to be some crackers in number 2.
And yeah, it's just a really sweet song, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's kind of that classic Goofy and Max relationship where they're like taking the mick out of each other, but you know that they love each other like deep down.
Yeah.
And Goofy's just so sweet. Always. And like, I love this scene because obviously it's all gone wrong.
Yeah.
They're in the middle of this waterfall on top of this car. Everything's gone wrong. And that's when they sing it. So it's just like typical Goof.
Yeah. But even when they're in their worst positions, they can still rely on each other.
Yeah.
Still find comfort. Got very serious there.
Did. So next, number 13 is So Close from Enchanted. Again, Enchanted has some amazing songs. I don't think it's on Disney Plus yet.
Still not,
We need
no, I
to
don't
get
think so.
But I love Enchanted. Such a good Disney film. It mixes that animation and real life so well. It's a little bit modern, a little bit different, but So Close is kind of like the big romantic ballad of the film, and it's beautiful. It'd make an amazing wedding song. It's just so pretty.
And I believe that there has been announced that they're going to be doing Enchanted 2.
Really?
I think
I
so.
didn't know that.
Let me know if I'm wrong,
How would
but
they
I think
do
I heard that
Enchanted
somewhere.
2? Next is Dig a Little Deeper from Princess and the Frog. Again, Princess and the Frog has some really good tunes. We love Almost There.
Yeah.
That was almost there.
It was, yeah.
That almost made it. But we love Dig a Little Deeper.
We decided to go for Dig a Little Deeper.
That is a road trip song.
Oh, yeah.
We always play that in the car.
Always on the playlist, yeah. And it's just one of those ones that just, yeah.
Next is a very random pick, but it has to go in because we sing it all the time. So number 15 is Man or a Muppet.
I could have included
All the Muppet songs.
well, all of the, there are so many good Muppet songs, but the songs in particular from the Muppet movie with Jason Segel, I think they're outstanding.
Yeah.
I believe they were written by the guy that was in the comedy group Flight of the Conchords, who I think, I don't know if I'm right here, who I think then ends up voicing Shiny.
Oh.
Okay, so we found out his name's Tamatoa. We should have known that, I'm sorry. But also, it's not the same guy that wrote the music that then played Tamatoa. It's his comedy partner who was also in Flight of the Conchords.
I'm lost.
Anyway, so many good songs in that Muppet movie. But the one that we chose was Am I a Man or Am I a Muppet?
It just makes us laugh.
It's just incredible. And then the little cameos that you get as well. I remember watching that for the first time. And then being a fan of a certain TV show, I'm all about not giving spoilers. Fan of a certain TV show, and then a certain person turned up in the film during that song, and the way that he was brought into it was just amazing. I love it.
Next is number 16, and this is another road trip belter, and this is Try Everything from Zootopia, which is sung by Shakira, and it's like the title song. I think they use it on the credits and like in the film.
Yeah.
But it's like the Zootopia song.
When it comes on, I always go, don't I? Like, yeah!
It's a proper like dance one. Obviously it's sung by Shakira, so it's like well-known singer.
Who's a gazelle.
It's so good.
In Zootopia, or Zootropolis.
If you want a song to like for the gym or to like get you going, Try Everything.
Yeah. I sometimes listen to songs when I'm doing exercise, like when I'm out running. That one comes on, I get an extra little power.
Next is a Moana song, number 17, You're Welcome. Obviously Moana, probably one of the most well-known songs from Moana, as well as How Far I'll Go. Again, we could have picked so many from Moana, but we chose You're Welcome.
And I didn't realise that Lin-Manuel...
Yeah.
What's his last name?
Miranda.
I didn't realise that he had helped out with the music and the lyrics and stuff.
Music, yeah.
But now, looking back at it...
You can hear it.
And the whole like riffing that he does, that Maui does, you can really sense that it is him that's put his stamp on it. But it's extra special to me because I've been a pro wrestling fan for a long time, and my favourite wrestler when I was younger was The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, who plays Maui, who has just been like incredibly successful in the world of film since leaving wrestling. And it's just nice. Like, I have a connection to him from a different thing, so it's nice to see him like so successful in a different area.
Yeah.
And I just think this performance is really good. And I love, on Instagram, I follow him on Instagram, and his daughter is just refusing to believe that he is Maui.
Oh, really?
But like, he's singing it to her and stuff. She's like, no.
That's not you. Next is a song from kind of a newish film, Coco, number 18, Remember Me. The first time we watched Coco, we both fell in love with this song. And it takes on like different versions throughout the film.
Yeah.
There's like more emotional versions, and then there's like an upbeat version. There's obviously like the English lyrics and the Spanish lyrics.
There's a version for every occasion.
Yeah, but we love it. It was definitely the standout song for us. Love the meaning behind it. Always remembering the people that you love, regardless of if they're here or not. And we just, love it.
And at the time of watching it, it was very, very special to me hearing that particular song. So yeah, I love that. Had to be on the list.
We're up to the penultimate one.
Ooh.
Another Mary Poppins, but this is Mary Poppins 2. And this is actually a song that I did a cover of. Of course.
We have to use the official title though. Mary Poppins Returns.
Mary Poppins Returns. But it is Place Where Lost Things Go. Again, I don't know why we've put Remember Me and Place Where Lost Things Go together.
We're all about the sentimental songs,
with a few random, like Man or Muppet. And Be Prepared.
That's still quite sentimental, Man or Muppet.
But Place Where Lost Things Go is such a touching, beautiful song. I won't say too much about the film just in case you haven't seen it. But the meaning behind the song is beautiful. Again, it's a really simple song. But I love the character of Mary Poppins in both films.
When I came out, that was a song that I really remembered vividly. Like,
and it's
after
got
all
some really
the songs
good
had been
songs in it as well.
Yeah. And it's not the most extravagant song in the film.
It's a very simple song.
Yeah, but it really resonated with me.
Yeah, the lyrics are beautiful. And then the last song, I feel like we have to have a song from this franchise, and it's the Frozen franchise, but it's probably not the song which you would probably think.
Yeah, I think a lot of you might cry out and be like, what?
You pick this one. Basically, Frozen has amazing songs, both Frozen 1 and Frozen 2. But this song in particular is just the one which we really enjoyed. Not saying it's the best song, but it's just the one which we came out going, do you remember that scene?
But it was also because of the animation that went with it. And the animation was very much like a music video, like a boy band music video, even with a bit of Bohemian Rhapsody in there from Queen. And it's Lost in the Woods.
Lost in the Woods. It just made us laugh so much. But also I loved the song. I loved everything about it. And I loved that the guy was getting like an emotional romantic ballad. Because normally it's the girl in the film.
Yeah.
So I thought it was great that it kind of switched and he was like pining after her.
Yeah. It was really good.
Lost in the Woods and everything about it. It's just so good.
Lost in the Woods.
So yeah, not probably your typical choice from Frozen, but we love that song. And that's another road trip belter that we just love to sing along to.
I really want to watch Frozen 2 again, actually. I do love that one.
We prefer Frozen 2 to Frozen 1.
However, I do still want to watch Frozen.
Just in case.
Disclaimer.
So that's it. That is 20 of our favourite Disney songs.
We should have done 21, shouldn't we? Should have done 21 for 2021.
Oh, we could have. But let us know in the comments if you agree with some of them, or if there's a song which you're like, why is that not on the list? Let us know. As we said, we probably are going to kick ourselves because we'll think of one.
This is one of these lists that would just change daily, I think. Yeah.
But those are the 20 that came to our heads first.
Yeah.
And I hope you enjoyed hearing the reasons behind a lot of them. It was really fun to film, actually, so thank you for your suggestion.
Yeah, thanks so much. Like I said, if you've got any suggestions for any videos that you'd like to see, hopefully we'll be able to get some vlogs from Disney at some point this year. But in the
Keep all your
meantime,
fingers and toes crossed. That would be incredible.
in the meantime, we're trying to keep the Disney magic alive by filming these sorts of videos. So if you do have any ideas for any sit-down videos, then yeah, let us know in the comments.
Yeah, but we will see you in our next video, which will be on Tuesday.
Yeah, if you've liked this one, then please hit that like button and also the subscribe.
Yeah. See you then. Bye.
Toodle Pipski. That was almost like I was doing it like a magician.